How you doing, sir?
Oh, just fine. How are you?
Doing great.
Good.
Well, besides the
Okay,
hot,
we got that out of the way. What are we doing now?
so how's the weather? Pretty hot? Your weather. How's your
The,
weather?
well, it's kind of cloudy, kind of blue, but it's hot. It's
Okay.
hot.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna get hotter.
As you say, now we've got that out the way. As you see, the topic today is history. And I like the word history because it makes up two words. His story being your story. Would you agree?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that's what we're all looking for is our personal story. But you were already given. You understand? It's already given. Choose this day. So you're actually making your history moment by moment. Understand? If it's in the past, then but you see that's the difference that makes the difference. You see what you're saying today to yourself, thinking feelingly about in that is your future being unfolded by you. You're always thinking ahead of your evidence. I know I repeat this over and over, and over, but that's what you're doing. If you don't want to know what you're doing, wouldn't click. But that's what you're doing. What you're thinking feelingly about today, because you're told choose this day. So you are doing so, rather you're aware you're doing so or not. See, I didn't understand that. When I first heard that, I didn't understand that I was actually thinking ahead of my evidence, my experiencing, my everydayness. And you are, and I are too. So you have to understand that you're making your future moment by moment, literally, because every word must be accounted for. Yeah, every word. Yeah, really.
So, as you stated, we're always writing our history, whatever that history or story is, correct?
Yeah, that's it. And you listen to other people and you evaluate what they say, and if you agree with what they say, that's two who have agreed, and so you've agreed with them, and so that'll be your experience now. See, you have to be aware of what you're allowing yourself to think about. So it's your life. I mean, you're on all the time. That was something else I didn't understand. You know, all is so special day to go to church. Hey, you are the church.
Yes.
Where do you need to go? You are the temple of the living God. So, in other words, if you're the temple of the living God and God is in his temple, right? See,
Absolutely.
see, if he knows what you have need of, and he's waiting for you to ask it. But single-mindedly, not double-mindedly. See, you might ask for it. Oh Lord, please. But the voice behind the voice is saying, "Oh, come on, you kidding? What is this?"
True.
No, I had to wrestle with it for years. I did really. I had that voice behind the voice. But you see, the thing of it is, there are two voices, but you have to call it up. See, it says if any two agree. Well, he's already said yes. God has already said yes. You turn to me, I'll turn to you. So, hello. I mean, hello. There it is. What more do you need? See,
Yeah.
it's you who is denying you, not God. He's not denying you anything. He's already told you whatsoever is the potential of your asking, believing, is receiving. Do you want it clearer than that? Then you have to ask DeCarlo.
You know, you made me think about something. I was talking to a client recently, and she was inquiring, was she living the trauma of her past karma? I said, no, you live in the trauma of your past choices recently, you know, because we want to think that another life that we're carrying that over. I'm not discounting that, but most of us are dealing with enough. You know, Jesus said there's enough in the moment of the day to worry about than to worry about, you know, past karma. And I said, listen, you're living your past choices from yesterday.
You know, if you could just get them to understand one thing, you're on right now.
Yeah.
You while I'm talking to you, you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you're agreeing or not, but that's beside the point. Point is, you are thinking feelingly, and look, you may not claim to be religious or anything, but you are a thinking, feeling being, and it's as you think, you are, you do, you have, you be. Now, all you have to do is just listen to that over and over until you understand that it's you, first person, being spoken to. I don't care if there's thousands around you. It's you, first person, being spoken to. This is a first person presentation. It's about what you think and feel. That's your world of experiencing. Are you experiencing lovely enough good report? If you're not, then you're not thinking it. Because was that what you were told to think? Things are lovely enough good report. Well, if you're not thinking that, well, why would you expect that? You see, that's what you always get. You always get what you expect. And that's why you got to watch that voice behind the voice, see? Because that's ego trying to trip you up. Really. But it's also God. Right here, right now. I am omnipresent. Does that not mean right here, right now? And that's all you really need to understand, that it's always right here, right now. Now is the only time there is. There is no yesterday, there's no tomorrow. Actually, today is all there is, and it's always this day, and you're told to choose this day, and you are choosing this day, aware or unaware. At unawares, you should check on that one.
Yeah.
But you see, every word is creative. You understand? Every word adds to or subtracts from what you're doing, being, and saying. And if you just understand that, even for a few minutes at a time, you might actually open it and quicken it. And that means, you know, take a real close look at it. In other words, sit down, shut up, and listen to what you heard, because this is coming through me. It's not coming from me. So I'm just in the picture or somewhere. But you have a say, and it is a valid say, and it is making your world moment by moment. If you don't like it, you have an opportunity to change it. And what you're changing is you're changing how you think. Because you see, well, our problem is we're so habitual in the wrong way. Now, being habitual isn't all that bad. It's just that, what are you being habitual about? And all you have to do is just look at what you're doing. I mean, it isn't really. It's not a big study thing. Just listen to what you're talking to yourself about. What suggestions are you giving yourself? And you say, well, but I'm just thinking about it. That's it, baby. That's what makes it work. Just whatever you were thinking about. Be it lovely and a good report. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. But see, I know I'm not. I understand. Even I'm not on all the time. I mean, I am on all the time. I'm not aware of my on all the time. And that's what you want to be aware of, because you see, you are creative. And right out of your mouth, you're creative out of your own thinking. You're creative. Every word, it builds. But if you're not enjoying life, that builds also, because all things produce after their own kind. And if your kind is like a day, well, then you get another day, and it goes on and on and on until you change it. Hey, you know, you can pick up a piece of chocolate and put it in your mouth, and you start feeling good. So you see, there are simple ways for you to feel good. And all you have to do is choose the next thought, and then don't stop. It's all that simple, isn't it?
It is that simple.
Well, why aren't more people operating it then? See, the thing of it is, they're operating it, but unaware they're operating it. But it is just as creative, positive or negative, what you're thinking. So, good idea to keep tabs on what you're saying to yourself, and especially what you're suggesting to yourself.
You said something earlier, and I want to touch back on it. You said that people don't necessarily get what they want, they get what they expect. And this is so true. And a lot of times we are not even, you said that voice behind the voice. Most of us are not even truly aware of what it is that we're expecting, because it's so ingrained in us. So we say wealth, but we expect poverty. Would you agree?
Yeah, oh yeah, and you always get what you expect. I mean, that should be plain to anyone by now, that you don't get what you want as often as you get what you expect. Because what you expect, what you're looking for, look, like I tell you, if you don't expect to get answers, then stay home. I mean, why run off to a church or a cathedral or something, this or the other, if you're not there to truly communicate? You see, and the only thing you have to communicate is that, thank you, Father. That is that too much to ask of you? Thank you, Father. You know, I mean, that's all there is. Thank you, Father. And that's how Jesus started off his thank you, Father, because he already knew what he needed. And because he already knew it, he just said, thank you, Father. But he did make the prayer several times, because he wanted those who were around him to understand what he was talking about, which I don't know if they did or not, but, you know, I mean, after all, they were kind of suspicious of everything he did. And actually, that's our problem too. We're all suspicious of what he's done, but he did it. You're doing it. You see, he told you that these things I do, you shall do also. What does that tell you? These things I do, you shall do also. Boy, that's wild. I mean, that's really, really wild. Think about it. And then he added, and even greater. I mean, come on. This is Jesus saying. And then he says, I of myself can do nothing. Well, okay, I can do nothing. But he says he of himself can do nothing. It's the Father within who does all the work. Well, if that's true for him, that's true for you too. So he's doing the work of what? Well, actually, he does the work through subconscious mind. You see, that's the builder. That's the one that's building your world moment by moment, because it takes what you're talking to yourself about as what you want more of. So what are you talking to yourself about? Because you're going to get more of it. And if you're complaining, wow, look how you can't believe the list of how many complaints you can get just from one. If you let it really roll you over and bother you, one will go to many real quick. Look how easy you can be happy one minute and the next minute you're ready to fight. I had a half a dozen of Neville's tapes, and I listened to them at least one every night for years before it actually touched base. I began thinking differently. The importance of having a CD, because what has your focus has your life. Think about it. We're not asking you to join anything, but you have to have the CDs. You have to have the DVDs. You have to listen to them. It's you training this. Listen, listen, listen.
But as Mr. Lindell stated, you have to listen to them repeatedly. And again, for those who are interested, click the link below and it will take you to the 4 CD set, and you'll be able to transform not only your mind, but your world.